Hare Krishna. Welcome back to our online Swadhyaya reading daily series. So we have started with a new series called Power of SAPs, that is Sambandh, Abhideya and Prayojan. So we are now in this series, we are going to read the Gita daily series. And this is based on the book written by His Grace Chaitanya Charan Das Prabhuji. It is called as Gita for Daily Enrichment series, this book. And also you can find this book in the Amazon Kindle or Amazon as well, right? So we have started this book with the first theme, that is going through life's reversals. And we have completed till the chapter number 7, that is chapter number 7, verse number 10 in the last session. So today we are going to start with the new verse that is based on chapter number 9, verse number 10, right? So why the theme says, why give up when we can grow up? So now let's read it from the Bhagavad Gita as it is first, then we will read from here, right? So let's go to Vedabase Bhagavad Gita as it is. From that we will be read the translation of this particular verse, chapter 9, which is now the most confidential knowledge, and the verse number is 10. So the verse says, the translation says, this material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Purport. It is clearly stated here that the Supreme Lord, although aloof from all the activities of the material world, remains the Supreme Director. The Supreme Lord is the supreme will and the background of this material manifestation. But the management is being conducted by material nature. Krishna also states in Bhagavad Gita that all of the living entities in different forms and species, I am the father. The father gives seeds to the womb of the mother for the child, and similarly, the Supreme Lord, by his mere glance, injects all living entities into the womb of material nature, and they come out in different forms and species according to their desires and activities. All these living entities, although born under the glance of the Supreme Lord, take their different bodies according to their past deeds and desires. So the Lord is not directly attached to this material creation. He simply glances over material nature. Material nature is thus activated and everything is created immediately. Because he glances over the material nature, there is undoubtedly activity on the part of the Supreme Lord, but he has nothing to do with the manifestation of the material world directly. This example is given in the Smriti. When there is a fragrant flower before someone, the fragrance is touched by the smelling power of the person. Yet the smelling and the flower are detached from one another. There is a similar connection between the material world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Actually, he has nothing to do with this material world, but he creates by his glance and ordains. In summary, material nature without the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot do anything. Yet, the Supreme Personality is detached from all material activities. So now we will go to this enrichment series, Gita Daily Enrichment Series book. And from that, again, we will try to read for this particular verse, what is the takeaway. So based on this, so there's a practical application or a practical scenario we can see. So why give up when we can grow up? I have failed yet again. Maybe I should just give up. This is the life's inevitable reversal sometimes fill us with such defeatist thoughts, isn't it? At such times, Gita wisdom can free us by pointing out that we are laboring under unnecessarily narrow definitions of success and failure. When things work according to our plans, we consider it to be a success. When it doesn't, when things do not work according to our plans, we consider that to be a failure, right? When our plans fail repeatedly, we often get frustrated and dejected and start thinking of giving up. Gita wisdom broadens our definitions of success and failure by underscoring that we are spiritual beings and that our ultimate success is to attain eternal life by growing up spiritually. Spiritual growth essentially means growth in our faith. Growth in our faith that Krishna is our greatest well-wisher and that he is benevolently overseeing the world, as the Bhagavad Gita 9.10 asserts. Faith grows by both human choice and divine grace. This is a very important one. This is both human choice and divine grace. When we are about to give up due to material failures, we have a special opportunity to grow in faith by exerting our human choice and thereby attracting divine grace. Let's see how. Amidst reversals, all of us can make the choice of putting faith in Krishna by not getting disheartened and by continuing to serve him as well as our capacities and circumstances allow. Capacities and circumstances allow. When we thus persevere with faith, we will, in due course of time, discover that Krishna has arranged things for our ultimate good in a way far better than our best plans. This inconceivable arrangement and our realization of that arrangement comprise the divine grace that further boosts our faith and accelerates our spiritual growth. Thus, when we utilize the power of faith, reversal will become opportunities to grow up instead of courageous to give up. This material nature, which is one of my energies, again, we'll be reading the translation of this particular verse 9.10. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So we will stop here and going back to the mind map, we will just mark it green that we have read the original Bhagavad Gita as it is, verse, its translation and purport. Then we read from the Gita of a daily enrichment series. Okay. So this is just we're going to mark. We are done. So now we will stop here. Tomorrow we are going to start with a new verse that is 9.22, where it is based on 9.22, which is saying utilize impoverishment as an opportunity for enrichment. That we're going to see tomorrow. Thanks for joining in. Hare Krishna. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.